Folks, would everybody please sit down? Hello, hello, hello. We got to get the show on the road here today. Half of us are exhausted from that great party we went to yesterday, so do we have any new residents today here? All right, please also turn or silence your cell phones, please. Linda?
It's so nice to see so many people on this bright sunny day. Okay, roll call. Dave Bailey, Jerry Israel, here. Barry Kimmelstein, Aaron Kletzkin, Jerry Markowitz is away, Linda Mizell is here, and Gail Weisberg, and Campbell Property Management. Yeah, Ed and Millie. I can't talk today, and I didn't even have a drink. And sitting at the end of our table is one of our past board members, Linda Drucker. So we do have a quorum.
Motion to approve waiving of the minutes. So moved. Any seconds? Second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. I would like to start talking about app painting. I've been doing this job for about 14 years along with Dave, and I have to tell you something, folks. We have a new contractor in, but this is the first time in 14 years we ever got letters saying how happy everybody was. Okay, I've never had a letter before. I had complaints before. I haven't had a complaint now, but I got to tell you, these people have done a phenomenal job coming in here. So I besides saving us a ton of money, we made the right move, it would appear, at this point. People have signed up for the pressure washing for their driveways. That will be done after the paint cycle is complete. Dave will elaborate a little bit more on that. Landscaping, we are done with that major project of irrigation. It should correct about 95% of the irrigation problems here. What you folks have to look out for is broken sprinkler heads. Unfortunately, the gardeners break them when they mow them. You put a work order in, but the main part is done. We're all upgraded. We are on 2026 now compared to 1994. New wiring, new solenoids, new timers, which is really great. So, Barry, thank you very much for living out in the street and watching these guys. The other thing I really want to talk about, and I always felt this job, my first thing was the well-being of the people of this community. And the traffic situation with people doing 25, 30 miles an hour here is really starting to bother me. I don't know what the heck to do. People going through stop signs left and right like there's nothing. There was a movie, The Boynton Beach Club, but I don't want them to make a movie about us where somebody wakes up one morning and they back out of the driveway killing somebody. But unfortunately, I don't know whether it's the age of the community or not, people are not watching when they back out of their driveway. So if you have neighbors, please. I mean, Barry had a very good idea that if we catch a guy speeding, we put a big sign on his garage door. You're in violation. Maybe we could shame him that way. But please, this is really bothering me. The other problem we do have with traffic here, and there's really not much I could do about it, is we have a lot of renovations still going on. Windows, roofs, and a lot of new people are renovating their houses, so we have heavy trucks there. Here again, I got to put off the paving of the roadways here. They're solid, but they're white in color, and hopefully in about a year or two, when the dust settles, we'll get that done. Dave will talk about elections, and then the other thing, which I can't seem to shake loose here, is, we need volunteers. I mean, Barry lived out in the street with Dave and I all summer along with this thing here. We've been out in the street watching the painters, and every time he asks for a volunteer, I don't see a hand going up. But I sure know when my phone rings 20 times a day with a nuisance complaint, which I really can't take care of, everybody seems to know how to complain. And if we don't start getting volunteers, Ed is going to wind up taking care of this whole thing upstairs. And that's going to be more girls in the office, and I got to tell you, HOAs are going to go up. So let's get some people to step up and volunteer. That's my president's report for today. Committee reports. Jerry Israel, please.
Good afternoon. I just received the November statements, so I really haven't had a chance to analyze them. I looked at a couple of figures. The cash balance is excellent, and we are running very close to budget for the first 12 months, for the first 10 months of the year. What I do want to mention is the upcoming budget. Due to the timing of the master board budget, which isn't until November 21st, I cannot give you a budget number, final budget number, until that number is approved. If I were you and I was trying to plan for next year, I would assume you're going to have an increase of about $80. That's combined the master board increase and our increase. So I think, based on what's going on as far as prices, et cetera, $80 is pretty reasonable. What? Quarter, a quarter. Yeah. We've held the line now for many years, and we're now at the point where we've got to step up to the plate. So I'll have final numbers for you at the next meeting.
Thank you, Jerry. Rita Schreck, do we have any rumors? Oh, yes.
First of all, I'd like to start with the new residents. We are still selling houses, and at the December meeting, I'll give you a number as to how many have been sold this year. It's considerably high. And then rumors. There are always rumors, sometimes much more active than others. And this month was one of those more active. But as usual, I go to the topic of the rumor and try to confirm or deny. And the person who was the rumor was unbelievably cooperative and gave me her answer and information, and I proceeded to call back all of the maybe 20, 25 people who had called me, which is what I usually do. So if you hear a rumor, please call me, because then I could check it out and let you know if it's true. So, thank you.
Thank you. Yes. I look, how do you want to handle that? Look, you want to take the, she can't hear you. Go over there and tell her. It's not working. Just go over there and just. Kathy, handle it afterwards when we have an open mic. When we have the open mic, I'll come over and you can take care of it then. Myra Taxman, I don't think you're here today. Okay. Linda Mizell, Mark Lark.
This month, there is no Lark report. Not that we're not doing anything. It's nothing that I can bring out to the open right now. But we are definitely going to start going around the community in January after the holidays and look at the fences, front beds, and driveways. That's all.
Thank you. Dave Bailey, Painting and Engineering.
Painting. Good afternoon, everyone. We have completed 42 of the 50 houses scheduled to be painted this year. Tomorrow, actually, the last 8 houses on the south side will be started on Monday. And I think, as Aaron said, and we think they're doing a very, very good job. No complaints so far, so that's a good sign. The election. There will not be an election this year. It is not required. We have one member of the board resigning. Gail, I don't know if you want to say something. You will? Okay. And we have one person that sent in a form desiring to run for the board. His name is Spencer Brown. So there is no election required this year. This is the second year that we are not having an election. And I'm not sure what that means. It may mean that you think we're doing such a great job that you want to keep everybody. But I'm not sure about that. Anyway, the next thing is the sprinkler system. As Aaron mentioned, the sprinkler system has been completed. Over 120,000 feet of wiring underground to our solenoid valves on the sprinkler system. It's completed, and I have to do, I think Barry and I have to do a final check of the last 2 pumping stations, and it will be right. Today I heard that 2 of the solenoid valves in one of the systems is not working, and they're going to be working on those and hopefully get those done very quickly. One thing, when we hired the painter to come in, he offered a proposal to pressure wash driveways for, I think it was $60. 55. We had an enormous showing for that. Actually, 30 houses applied for the pressure washing out of 315. That's like 10%. Not a very good showing on pressure washing driveways. But I think that's about it.
By the way, folks, again, I have to thank him because we have our own in-house engineering, talking about wiring and solenoids. This gentleman built power plants in Africa, so, I mean, he's no rookie to what was being done here. Really appreciate that. Barry Kimmelstein.
Good morning, everyone. I really don't have anything to say about the irrigation or the landscaping because Aaron and Dave said everything there is to say. The only thing I really want to say is that we drafted Spencer Brown to be on the landscaping committee, and I plan to be breaking him in to take over as the chairman next year because I've had enough. But,
That's to be seen.
But anyway, Spencer volunteered to help, and we'll take advantage of that. It was very nice of him to volunteer. And they should be putting mulch in the swales around the palm trees very shortly, the red mulch. I called the landscaping foreman up this morning, and he's looking into when they can put it down, but it should be in the near future. And other than that, like I said, Aaron and Dave said everything there was to say, so have a good day.
Thank you, Barry. Debbie, you have anything for on wildlife? Okay. Kathy, Social Committee, please.
your fingers.
Okay, you do first. Yep. Go ahead. Whoever.
Hi, everybody. First, I'd like to thank Gail for all the hard work she has done for the social committee and for our community in general. All the details, all the running, thank you so much. So we've gotten together and met, and we put out a call to new members of our community and have had a few responses of people who were interested in being worker bees. So we hope to be able to expand our efforts. I'm going to ask Michelle to share with you the first of a few save the dates.
Okay, the first one is in January, Saturday. We're having a lovely brunch right here. The January 17th, Saturday, January 17th, brunch right here. The details will be followed. It'll be really nice. We had an excellent one last year, and it'll be on the lines of that. And that is the first of our really exciting things coming up.
Next save the date is March 6th. We had a great response to our pizza at the pool, pizza and ISIS at the pool, and so we're going to look to repeat that event the beginning of March. Look forward to seeing everybody.
And right now, the last date we have on the calendar is April 24th. We'll have a Regency Cove pool party at the Cove pool. The other will be at the main pool. And we're going to do a twist of bring your own food, bring your own snacks and drinks, and then we're going to have tables to learn games like Rummikub, Dominoes, Scrabble, etc. And we'll put out flyers for each one. If you have any suggestions, call anyone on the committee. We're all one group. Huh?
How about pinochle?
They say the cards blow away at the pool, so,
Just find somebody that can teach pinochle, please.
okay. Whoever knows pinochle, we'll take volunteers. We are a community. We are not a club. So when everybody pushes back on any price we do, we don't subsidize. And you have to understand that whatever the price is, that's what we, bring forward. We cannot subsidize anything. So if you have any suggestions, any one of us, the 5 of us on the committee, we're all open to suggestions, participation, and that's it. But we'd like you to be a great community and all participate. Thank you.
Thank you, Social Committee. Jerry Markowitz informed me he had no report. He's not here. Dave, we have election. The only thing we have to do is meet the candidates as you have one man to introduce. Spencer Brown, he's got to say a couple of words. No, you can come up, Spencer. No, there are 3 spots. And we only have 3 people running, and it's past November 4th when everything had to be in, so there's no election. This is the man that volunteered to run, and there's nobody to run against him. Who? We will. Anyway, Spencer, would you introduce yourself to everybody?
Well, my name again is Spencer Brown. I'm a full-time resident. We've been living here, my wife, Denise, and myself, for 4 years in Regency North. If you don't know me by my name, you probably know me by my dog, Charlie, who I think the whole neighborhood knows Charlie. And actually, he could probably run for the board instead of me. But it's sort of like, over the years, when as parents, over the years, things like that, when you're raising kids, you lose your identity. And I guess I lost my identity now to my dog, Charlie. Years ago, it used to be Jason or Lindsay, dad of Jason and Lindsay. But that's what that is. Additionally, we're from New York. Been here 4 years. I am also the treasurer of the men's club. And for the last year, I've been trying to help over here, both Dave and Barry on the various committees. And I hope to do whatever I can to help further our community. And I thank you.
Thank you. Melissa or Ed, who would like to speak first? Billy. Excuse me.
That's okay. That's good company, though, to keep, so. Thank you, sir. All right, so report-wise, not too much really to talk about. Everyone's covered the major items. The only thing is, our work order report, which I was a pretty hefty month of October. We had 70 work orders submitted. We had 49, or I think 50 actually, as of today, were completed. The remainder really is around landscaping / irrigation, items, which are many are probably closed at this point. But that is really all I have to report. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Young lady, do you have?
Good job,
anything?
Millie.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. All right. Unfinished business. I'd like to. Yeah, I'm going to. Jerry Markowitz had no report. He's away on. He'll be back for the November meeting. I want to thank the lady sitting to my left of her because she's done a heck of a whole lot of hard work, and I will miss her. And she did a phenomenal thing, and anything I ever asked of her, she did. But she has things she has to look into, so thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you all for the support that you gave me through these many years in Regency Cove. I have some personal business that I'm attending to. Thank God it's all good things. But I felt that it was appropriate to step away from the board at this time. However, I'm looking forward to rejoining the board in the future. And I'm still here. If there's anything I can do to help anybody, you have my phone number, you know where I live. Please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Okay, now we come to the part. We have an open mic right now if anybody wants to. I'll get over there, Randy. That's okay, I'm up.
Okay, ever since Friends Assisting Friends was disbanded, I've taken it upon myself. I have a warehouse at my house, and anything you might need, even a wheelchair that's still in the manufacturer's box. So don't forget us. If you need medical equipment, call me.
Thank you, Randy. Is the mic working up there?
Yeah.
Hi, this is for Ed. I want to compliment Campbell Management. I'm living here 30 years. I moved here when I was 20. In the 30 years, there were many, many times that I put in a work order. And eventually, it was completed. Well, in the last 3 months, I put in 3 work orders. And within a day, something was done. A young man came, assessed the problem, took it upon himself to drive to Home Depot, got parts, came back and fixed it. So, thank you.
My name is Daniel Anoka, and I've been living here a little bit over 2 years, so I don't know what has happened in the past. However, I've been looking at a diagram with the total number of units in each community, and I feel that Regency Cove is grossly underrepresented on the master board. And I'd like to know if there's a reason. Sure.
May I answer that?
Yes, please do.
Every community gets 2 representatives on the master board. We have 2 representatives, myself and Jerry Israel. And when you say up the representative, I didn't set this place up or how it, we have 315 units.
Yes.
We have the
And
same voice.
another unit has 48.
And they have the same voice. It's just
Yes.
like the United States Congress. You got 2 senators and a House of Representatives. They did away with the House of Representatives here. So you have a Senate there. And that's where everything's got to be hashed out. And if you don't have the votes, there's nothing you can do about it. And that's the unfortunate. Jerry and I, and Jerry's losing his hair already, with some of the battles we've had up there, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much for your
Right on.
answer.
Anybody else? I guess we're doing a good job. We didn't really have any complaints today. At this point, the call goes out for volunteers. Now, look, I got to tell you, we got a lot of new people moving in here. And the thing that concerns me the most is I'm doing business now with people that are my daughter's age. Not that, that old. And I got to tell you something. This is a their needs are not what ours are, okay? They don't dance to the same music we do. And as much market research as I do, I don't know what these people want or what they want to do. So, Kathy, I got another job for you. When they show up, or if they show up at a social event, will you interview these people and see what the heck they need?
I do it when I sell the house to them.
Well, would you find out what they need? Yes, ma'am. I need volunteers for landscaping, painting, social committee, LARC. I got to tell you something. This board, the group of us here are not getting any younger, and it would be nice to get some young legs here. I mean, Dave will tell you something. In my day, I'd like to have a little time just for me. Yesterday was 3 meetings. Tomorrow is 2 meetings. I mean, it gets tiring.
Some are still working that are buying in here. Others are moving from the condos to the homes. So
Well, I have another problem, by the way, and I'm not casting a net on you, okay, personally, but the realtors oversell this place. When I have a lady call me up and said there was an iguana in her bird cage that pooped all over the place, and one of my coming to clean it up, I mean, come on, will you please? I mean, if I could do, in my 15 years here, I got to tell you something. If I could do creative writing, I'd make a fortune. How about the guy that none of you people know about that was swimming in the lake naked that I had to take care of, okay? I mean,
did he belong here?
the thing that I'm going to tell you, again, getting back, we're not getting younger. The thing that bothers me is people backing out of the driveways, not looking. We got people walking in the street, and I got people speeding here that I don't know what I'm going to do with. And, he told me to go get a horse trailer to lock them up in. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know,
The exit that comes from the clubhouse to Coral Lakes Drive, very few people make a full stop, especially the houses that live right near them.
Well,
They get their garage up, they come around the corner and go right into their garage, and there are people coming this way.
I got to tell you something.
I just stand there waiting for them.
I looked into cameras. I don't have $10,000, and nobody wants to spend $10,000 to take pictures of these people speeding and going through stop signs.
We can hire a radar gun once a month or something and just.
No, I don't want to. Let me tell you, I bring the sheriff in here. We got problems, and I don't want to do that.
No, you can hire a private company that does it with radar.
What about putting down those little bump things like they have them over where no? Okay.
Look, the only thing I'm going to tell everybody that's here now, please be careful driving, and please know what's going on around at all time. Okay, and the other thing I got to tell you something is, you got, and I mentioned this last time, you got people at the gate that keep punching everybody's numbers to get in here to make a delivery. If you're not expecting a delivery, don't let them in. Tell them to get the right number. Yes, Randy? Well, I got to tell you something. That's something they got to bring up at a master board meeting. Gates and a pool, I have nothing to do with here. And I got to tell you something. My biggest battle has been over gates here. Yeah.
Aaron, I have a quick question for you. Myron asked me actually to bring this up because I'm on the parking committee with Myron.
Right.
We were driving by the other day when the main quadrant pool, the clubhouse pool was closed. So they had the water aerobics by our pool. People were parked on both sides of the street, odd and even. They didn't observe the even odd signs. So Gus and I, who live right across.
Well, I got to tell you something. I've been thinking about putting up. I got to talk to Myron. I was thinking about putting a big sticky piece of paper over the windshield telling him you're on the wrong side of the street. Maybe that'll help. Yes, Marilyn? Yeah. Well, if I could get Barry up early in the morning, I would have him do it. He's the right guy for it, okay? Anything else, folks? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say, on Majestic going out, the gate that's coming in is in a constant.
Well, there's an issue here, which I'll find out later. Susie called me up and said somebody passed away and the gate was going to be open for Shiva. So I don't know if I think that's the case. Yeah. It's supposed to be going down at night. I haven't been by there at night. I don't know.
The ship is also in the afternoon and the ship is finished today.
I know it's still up, but when I leave the meeting, I'll go. Kathy, last question.
Last one. My last name is Simon. I'm first on the bell for the, getting in the gate. I specifically say to them, what is the first name? Because if it's not me, I tell them, go find the other Simon.
Well, I also got other guys walking around here soliciting, and you see one of them, tell them to hit the road. They don't belong in here.
I have called them every time I have a flyer and I do.
I've called the desk reception when there's been a solicitor around.
But I've
And they
told,
are
I've called
supposed
the
to-
company and the owner and told them we don't allow it.
Oh, well, but I
Aaron,
called the
Aaron,
desk and they are
Aaron.
supposed to send someone right away.
Hold on, Barry wants to say something.
There's somebody that's calling residents and saying it's Amazon, and it's not Amazon. To get them to open up the gate, they just come in and they do whatever they're doing. So if you're not expecting a delivery, and the guy says Amazon or FedEx or whatever they say, don't let him in.
It's not an Amazon, but it's through Amazon. They tell you, I'm delivering this person. And it's not me. When it's a
You can always ask, who is the delivery?
at the main.
Randy, thank you. Look, I got two comments to say. First of all, everybody be careful here. We're past the age of where Staka doesn't, represent any of us anymore. And the gates are a master board issue. I mean, I get people calling me about them, but there is not a damn thing I could do with them other than just call up and, And I got to tell you something. I meant, and that's something in Nigeria, but at a wit's end with those folks on the master board. I mean, they got, I feel it eventually with that new park being complete on the corner that the gates are going to have to be addressed. We're going to have a lot of traffic here, and with traffic, you got all sorts of problems. So, I mean, comes January, I'm going to bring that up at the first master board meeting. Maybe we could get a line in the budget somewhere along the line, a reserve account at the master board to put new gates in somewhere down the line. So, folks, thanks everybody to come. Appreciate everybody being here. Everybody have a great holiday.